I actually go to an Infusionsoft user group every month in Manchester, and one of the topics that is hotly discussed every now and again is reporting. And my perspective actually is that you can always get the information you need out of Infusionsoft. The hardest part is figuring out what information you actually want. So if you think about Infusionsoft as being a store of information, I've since realised that this diagram looks a little bit like a Death Star, which is unfortunate. But if you so the goal with Infusionsoft is to add contacts to the database, and then you're doing stuff with those contacts. So you're sending them emails, maybe sending them mailers, that sort of thing. And then I think the first question then is, so as a business owner or as a business manager, what do you need to know? So aside of any considerations about what you can and can't do with the reporting, what questions would you really like answers to on a regular basis? So for example, would you like to know how many new leads you've had by different traffic sources? How many leads have come from Google AdWords? How many leads have come from Facebook? And so on. Perhaps you'd like to know what the different deal value size is between different traffic sources. I think those are the right questions to be asking, and then if you can nail down what answers you want, it's always possible to pull the information out of Infusionsoft. And your tools for doing that are desktop widgets, save searches, and save reports. So let's just go and have a look at those. The dashboard is generally the page that you'll see when you log into Infusionsoft. And most people make a really bad use of their dashboard, and I think that you can customize your dashboard to show you key numbers. So you've got two options here. You've got the option to add widgets and change layout. I generally change the layout to be at least the 2 wide columns layout. I just think it gives you a bit more space to work with. So that's what I'm using at the moment, and then what I can do is I can add widgets. So at the moment I've got an email broadcast widget that will show me the results of the last broadcast email I've sent out. I don't think that's generally very useful, but if we have a look at some of the other options, something I might want to do is I might want to add a list of my tasks to my dashboard. Something else to say on dashboards is that dashboards are created at user level, so you can't create a dashboard and assign it to multiple users. The way that I do that is if I need to create a dashboard for someone, I ask for their login credentials, and then I'll log in as them early one morning, and I'll create their dashboard, and then log out again. And if they want to, they can change their password. So that's the tasks widget. We've already seen the tasks widget in the video yesterday on tasks. So what we generally want to see on the dashboard is key numbers. So that's the first thing to really think about, is before you go creating reports for your dashboard, think about what numbers do you want to know. So maybe you want to know how many leads you've had in the last 30 days or in the last 7 days. Maybe you want to know how many new customers you've had. Maybe you want to know how many people have had a particular tag applied. So you need to think about that before you start creating your dashboard. Because what we're going to do, so in the dashboard, you've really got two ways to add in information. And the way to add in information to your dashboard is to create either a saved search or a saved report. So let's say, for example, I want to do a contact search. So this probably isn't going to give me very many contacts, but let's say that I want to show all contacts. So let's start over. So I want to see all contacts who have been created in the last 30 days and who also have the tag tele-session attendees. This is a demo account, so I don't really have many contacts in. Okay, so under normal circumstances, if this was an actual application, you would have a list of contacts here. So you'd have a list of contacts who have been created in the last 30 days and have a particular tag applied. So then what I can do is, if I want to get this on my dashboard, I can go to save. And I'm going to save this as new contacts in last 30 days with tag X. And then I can share the report with anyone that I want to share it with. Then I've got two options. If I want to add this report straight to my dashboard, I can check this box and I can hit save. Then when I go back to my dashboard, what you'll see is that report has now been added in. So you'll see a list of contacts in here, and I'll be able to drill straight into those contacts. The other way of adding numbers into your dashboard is to add a custom stats widget. So the custom stats widget, if you go back into widgets, is this one here, custom stats. So let's add this to the dashboard. And I'm going to move this actually over to the right hand column so you can drag these things around. And then on here, what I want to do, so I'm going to find this save search that I've just saved. So on here, I want to know how many people were in that save search. So I'm going to select the search that I've just saved, which was new contacts in the last 30 days with tag X. So new contacts in the last 30 days with tag X, and I'm going to go to save. What this will do now is this will show me so this report shows me individual contacts that are in this report. This widget tells me just how many contacts meet the criteria. So what I could do then, so if I wanted to duplicate this and also see how many new contacts we've had in the last 7 days that have tag X, I can go back to my contact search. And so we're already on the save search. And what I can do is I can go to options and save as. I'm going to save it as new contacts in last 7 days with tag X. I'm not going to add it to my home screen this time. I'm just going to go to save. I'm now going to edit the criteria. So rather than searching for contacts who have been created in the last 30 days, I'm now going to search for contacts created in the last 7 days. I'm going to go to OK. So then normally that would update and you'd get a shorter list of contacts because we're now filtering for contacts who have only been created in the last 7 days. So if I hit save, what I can do now is I can go back to my dashboard and I can add that number into this custom stats widget. So actually I might rename this. So let's rename this key lead gen numbers. And I'm going to add another stat. And this time I'm going to show how many contacts have been created in the last 7 days with tag X. And I'm going to go to save. So then on my dashboard I'll have a view every time I log in of how many contacts we've had in the last 7 days with tag X and how many contacts we've created in the last 30 days with tag X. So this starts to make the dashboard quite useful because now we've got key information on the dashboard. So saved contact searches is one way of displaying data. Another way is using saved reports. So I might, for example, want to see how many tasks each user in my system has overdue. So each section in Infusionsoft has this reports option. So I might go into admin reports and I'm going to create a report. I'm going to create a task node report. So let's just start over. So I want to know here how many tasks are past due and how many, so 4 tasks assigned to Rob Drummond, how many tasks are past due. I'm going to go to, actually I'm going to edit that, sorry. So how many tasks are past due and the completion status. So how many tasks are incomplete and past due and assigned to Rob. So I've got 1 task overdue. So what I can do now is I can save that. So I'm going to save this as Rob's incomplete overdue tasks. And I'm going to hit save. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my dashboard. And I'm going to add in another custom stats widget. And I'm going to drag this over to the right. And I'm going to rename it. I'm going to call it overdue tasks by user. And hit save. Then this time, rather than looking for a saved search, so remember earlier we did a saved contact search, this time we actually saved a report. So I'm going to select saved report. It was an admin report, and I can select Rob's incomplete overdue tasks and hit save. And then just at a glance, that's going to tell me how many tasks Rob has overdue. So then I could create copies of this report for each Infusionsoft user, so I can see at a glance how many tasks each user has overdue and whether there's a problem that I need to address. So I'm going to leave this video here for today because reporting is quite a big topic, but what I want to stress is that you can pull out the data you need out of Infusionsoft and you can put it on your dashboard. And actually having a dashboard that displays key information that you need to know can make it very useful actually. So feel free to have a go and create some saved searches and some saved reports and try putting these things on your dashboard. And let me know how you get on.